So I hope Simon Howard sees this, because I'm about to lose the plot. And when I lose the plot, I've lost all sense of communication and all sense of negotiation. And that just goes to show you, because especially now. So first of all, Charlie Flanagan, Minister for Justice, Minister for Equality. What equality is there in Ireland? First of all, what equality is there in Ireland? You arrest people for going outside for exercise. I know in some cases people were asking for it because they were giving cheek back and the rest of that. That's understandable. But one man was fishing, and you arrested him. You have such a great guard force if you're willing to arrest a man for fishing when his daughter's there and putting the cuffs on him and onto the ground and everything with the cuffs. Isn't that just a great state? What a state we live in. Just brilliant. And just to say, this was the main reason why I'm talking about this. Is that it can't go on, and people are stuck inside. 4 wars. That's a war. This is a war. That's a war. That's a war. 4 wars. Minister, tell me this. Do you expect people to live in 4 wars for the rest of their life? Because people need exercise. People need fresh air. You might not take it, but that's good in the mind. Fresh air. Relaxing. Going out to a run for relaxing. I can't tell you, Minister, how despicable that is. I know there's a pandemic in this country, but people are losing their minds. People are losing their lives because of your government's policies at the moment. And I tell you this, and I hope you are listening. God knows how many of our citizens we have lost to suicide in the last few weeks. God knows how many people took their lives. Because it's very extensive. And that's the word I don't use very often. And the state stands there and looks the other way. Says it's nothing to do with us. Like the stories I could tell you about problems in the mental health facilities and everything. The stories I could tell you, and I will say them soon. And I guarantee you that, because I'm about to go mad. Because for years and years and years and years, ministers, after TDs and senators and county councillors, when I raise the issue of mental health, when I say something about mental health, they turn the other way. They more or less say, oh, we're on it, we're working on it, we're doing our best. And then they give themselves a pay rise. Just brilliant. What a country we live in. We might as well move to Australia while we're at it. But I'm just saying to Charlie Flanagan, this is as simple as. I couldn't put it any straightforward for anybody. People can't stay in 4 walls for the rest of their life. Even in open prisons, you're letting people walk around outside from prisons and everything. You're letting people wander around half a town, burgle houses and shoot people and everything. Drug dealers, gangsters. You turn a blind eye. You're like, oh, these people are great people. The people who pay our taxes, oh, these people are evil people. That's as simple as that. That's what the government of Ireland's opinion is on the people of Ireland. And it's just... And you know what, I am losing all will of negotiation here. But it's simple as, I never seen such a stupid idea in my life to worry about prisons, people in prison, about them getting the coronavirus or anything like that. And then you let people out to rape people and everything like that. You let them wander around the streets. It's just a brilliant country. It's just a brilliant country. Like, my Jesus Christ. And you can tell I'm very, very flustered. You can tell I'm very, very flustered because I'm about to go mad. And it's simple as. Because it's just issue after issue after issue. You don't understand. I don't think any of your government understands, but I understand. Because I was in that situation where I felt like I had to take my own life a few years ago. And I understand. And I understand the pressures of being inside a house, being alone. Feeling alone. Maybe you don't, Charlie. Maybe you're too busy with your money to care. But the one thing is, people's lives, people's well-being is the most important thing. And forget this economic route. And forget paying off debts to the European Union or any of that crack. If we have to go into debt, then so be it. But to keep people going, to keep people alive, keep people well mentally, is more important than any of your wages or any your government offices. And power comes with great responsibility. And I have to say, you failed the people of Ireland, along with Simon Harris, along with the rest of your cronies in Dáil Éireann, along with some of your ministers have failed too. Because it's not a game. And as simple as that, it's not a game. People can't live in houses for the rest of their lives. And when people do go out, they get scrutinised, they get stopped, they get harassed by your government and by your people that are supposed to protect us. Now, I know there's a few people who cause trouble, and they should be dealt with. They shouldn't be allowed to walk the streets. But it's the ordinary citizen of Ireland that you're affecting more. These thugs that do drugs and everything like that, they couldn't give a damn if they never stayed. They couldn't give a damn if they stayed in the house for the rest of their life. They probably inject themselves every night, but anyway, they wouldn't care less. But it's the only people. I can't tell you how many people rang me and have texted me and have emailed me saying that they feel not okay. And I talk to them and I say, what's up? Talk to me. And they do talk. And they tell me that staying in the house for the rest of their life is not going to work. And it's as simple as, you don't mean an education for that, Charlie. And I don't think you have an education because you're talking absolute shite about everything else, but you're not talking about the problem. That is driving people mad by staying in the house all the time. It's not helping anybody. It's not helping people. And I'm appealing and I'm saying to the state that they have any will and they have any authority and they have any heart to lift these restrictions on the 5th of May. I know not all restrictions will be lifted, but to at least lift people from being stopped, being harassed, being arrested for going fucking fishing. Please lift that above anything else. Banning people for going around wherever they want to go. People are entitled. I know it's an epidemic, it's a pandemic, and I can see the numbers go up, I can see the deaths go up. And it's hard. I know it's hard to make the decision, but we are going to have far more deaths than over 1,000 people from the coronavirus if we don't do something. Because there is so many young people and so many people taking their own lives. And I can't tell you the figure because it's very extreme. And we should care and we shouldn't abandon these people and their time of need. Thank you.